Hi everyone, my name is Vera B. Balagtas and I'm gonna be the one to report the ASEAN country Thailand. And everyone, please be minded that it's gonna be Thailand. It's pronounced as Thailand, instead of Thailand. Thailand is a wrong pronunciation. Now let's move on to the learning objectives of our topic for today. The first one is to learn the official language of the country. Next, to be aware about when the English language started in this country. Lastly, to know more about how English was being used. Now let's talk about the very interesting facts. And one of this is Thailand is the land of smiles. Let's know more. In Thailand, you can see the information provided here. The capital city is Bangkok. Currency is baht. King Maha population is 69.8 million according to the World Bank 2020. And yes, the official language is Thai. Now, Thailand is known for tropical beaches, opulent royal palaces, ancient ruins, and ornate temples displaying figures of Buddha. Aside from that, Thailand is nearby beach resorts including bustling Pattaya in fashionable Hua Hin. Pattaya and Hua Hin are both the famous places in Thailand. Now, if you're a woman, it is appropriate to end a sentence or greetings with ka. For example, sawadi is hello in Thai. As a woman, you would say sawadika. If you are a man, your sentence should end with krab. So sawadi krab is a proper hello. Now, let me tour you and discover some of the beautiful places in Thailand. Rai Lai Beach, considered by many as one of the best beaches in the country. Rai Lai delivers on promises of white sand, turquoise blue water, and the feeling that you've found a slice of paradise even before your feet touch the sand. The Grand Palace Bangkok, even if your plans, I'm sorry, the Grand Palace Bangkok is one of the famous places as well. Even if your plans for Thailand mainly involve frolicking on a beach and eating as much masam curry and pad thai as humanly possible, you'll probably spend at least a day or two in Bangkok. There are plenty of things to see and to do in the capital, but the Grand Palace should definitely be at the top of your list. This is the number one sightseeing attraction in the city, and it's staggering in both historical significance and craftsmanship. Next one, we have Doi Inthanon National Park, or also known as the Roof of Thailand. The park covers an area of 482 square kilometers in Chiang Mai province, north of Thailand. The park is part of the Himalayan mountain range with elevations ranging between 800 and 2,565 meters above sea level. Now, I bet you're already hungry, so let's talk about some famous food in Thailand. First off, we have Tom Yam Goong. Next one, we have mango and sticky rice. And last one is pad thai. Well, you may go ahead and try it. And yes, that is the end of our exciting tour. Now let's proceed with the language itself. The number of Thai speakers is estimated at 80 million. Of these, about 55 million are in Thailand. Some are 18 million in China and about 7 million in Laos, northern Vietnam, and Myanmar. There are tremendous variations between several estimates, and these figures may serve as only rough indications of Thai population. The language of Thailand, sometimes classified as belonging to Sino or Sino-Tibetan family, or also called as Siamese. Thailand used to be known as Siam, and it is the country where Siamese cats originated from. As you can see, this is the figure representing the contextonal language with five tones. And yes, unlike the English alphabet, Thailand got 44 consonants and 36 vowels. In fact, in the Thai language, the name of the country is Pratet Thai, which means land of free or land of the free. The smallest and the largest creatures in the world can be found in Thailand as well. And aside from that, there are about 35,000 temples in Thailand. And when it comes to greetings, greetings are accompanied by the gesture known as a Y, which is placing of two palms together with fingertips touching the nose. The ASEAN contains about 31 urban areas with populations of over 1 million. Bangkok is third to the largest urban area in the ASEAN next to Manila. Now, when did the English language start in this country? It started in the reign of King Rama III in 1824 to 1851 by an American missionary. The English language was initially taught to diplomats, while formal education of the language was limited to royalty and elite classes. Now, I hope everything is clear as we are now going to proceed with the next topic or the next objective, which is how language was being used in Thailand. The English language and its teaching has been present in Thailand for more than a century. According to the historical accounts or recounts Baker and Pongpaichi 2005, Darasawang 2007, and Sukhum also 1998, English language teaching or ELT started in the reign of King Rama III. This was due to the importance of English as a tool to establish diplomatic relationships with many Western countries during the reign of King Rama III. Aside from that, it is to safeguard the country from the threat of colonization by these Western countries, and this continued into the reign of King Rama IV in 1851 to 1868. The kings hired American missionaries and other British tutors to teach English to the royal members of the king's officers so that they could use the language to communicate with the Western world and to access the advanced knowledge brought by the missionaries, as well as to aid in the development of or and prosperity to the country. King Rama V and King Rama VI further promoted the importance of English for modernizing the country, dealing with foreign traders and diplomats, and learning advanced knowledge. King Rama V established the Ministry of Education to educate English and other subjects to Thai citizens. The quote, King's scholarships, unquote, were awarded to those who were proficient in English to study abroad to bring the knowledge of modern advancement to develop the country. King Rama VI set up Western style education and founded the country's first university. A compulsory education act issued by the king required all the children aged between 4 and 8 to attend school. English was a compulsory subject to study after grade 4. More officials and students were also sent to study abroad. After the change of political system from absolute monarchy to constitutional monarchy during the reign of King Rama VII in 1932, the government's national plan was to offer equal education to all Thais. And that's the end of our discussion. I hope everything is clear and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.